guys, so welcome back to Dami Dimension channel. My name is Dami in case you're new here. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make your peplum stand. Basically, it's a continuation of my previous video where I showed you how to cut the 720-degree peplum and the 1440-degree peplum. If you haven't seen that video, I'm going to post the link in the description box or at the end of this video, so try to check that out. Okay, so are you subscribed to my channel before we proceed? If you haven't already, use the red button down below to subscribe, because every week I upload a new video. Try to put on your notification bell as well so you don't miss any tutorial from my channel. So let's jump right into the explanation. The secret of making your peplum stand lies in the type of material you're adding to your fabric, because depending on the fabric you're using, most of the fabrics you use cannot stand on their own. You may need to add materials. I have a couple of materials today to show to you guys. This is one of it. This is the non-woven type of stay. It is soft. It is really soft, I would say. So if you're not going for the really standy kind of peplum, you can make use of this one. The next one I have here is this one that I really love so much. This is the one I use in most of my projects. It's the woven type, and the reason why I really like this one is it's not too thick, it's not too soft, it's thicker than the previous one I just showed to you, so it's just in between. And I love to use it so much because you can trust that when you wash your fabric, it's not going to spoil your fabric. And the last type of interlining that I have to show you guys is this one that is really stiff. So if you're going for that really kind of stiff and paparazzi kind of peplum, this is the one I recommend you to use. It is really stiff. So if you don't have this stiff type but you want to make use of this one, then probably you may need to add your crinoline to it to make it stronger. I have a video where I explain everything you need to know about crinoline. I'm going to post the link to that video in the description box. The description box is loaded with video for you guys, so make sure to check it out. Okay, so are you curious to know which of these materials we are going to be using in today's video to make a peplum stand? Keep watching. Try not to skip any part of the video because I'm going to make it as detailed and informative as possible. So if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave me a thumbs up, and without further ado, let's jump right into the work table. So now I'm going to be using this pattern, the circle, to cut out my main fabric. I'll cut out my lining with the circle as well, and I'm also going to cut out the interlining. So these are my lining after cutting them. As you can see, I split them open here, and these are my main fabric after cutting them as well. I also split them open, and now I am done ironing my interlining on my main fabric, as you can see. So what I'm going to do now is to place the circle right sides facing each other like this. Okay, and I'm going to be joining here by ½ inch, so that by the time I open it, I have a long piece. And after doing that, I will repeat the same process to my lining as well. I will join my lining the same way. So now I'm done joining here, and this is what I have. And I also joined the lining the same way, so this is what the lining looks like as well. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to join them together and insert my crinoline, and I am going to place the right side of my main fabric like this, and I'm going to put the lining right sides facing each other. So this is the right side and this is the right side together like this. If you want, at this point, you can go ahead and stitch the two together first before you put your crinoline. That's optional, or you can as well place your crinoline now already. So I'm going to be using this crinoline, which is about 2½ inches wide. I will place it on top like this, and I'm going to go ahead and join it all the way around. So I will sew the three of them together around. I'm going to be doing mine at the same time. So the trick to sewing your crinoline is to make sure that you don't stretch it. The crinoline is really stretchy, so you can see when I stretch it, you can see what I have, but try not to stretch when you are sewing yours down. If it works for you to pin it down, I think that's even the best, and that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to pin it down first before I go ahead and sew. And before I take it to my sewing machine, I'm just going to be showing you a little trick here. When you place your crinoline, try not to align the three of them at the edge. Okay, so what you are going to do is to align the edge of your main fabric and your lining. Make sure they align at the same place, like this. But for the crinoline, do not put it directly where both of them are. So try not to align the crinoline at the edge as well. You should move it a little bit by 1/4 of an inch up. So I don't know if that's clear enough for you to see. So as you can see, I'm not placing my crinoline here to align with the lining and the main fabric. I'm placing it a little bit up by 1/4 of an inch. So then I'm going to be sewing on the crinoline just a little bit, even less than 1/4 of an inch. So my stitch is going to be right here. I'm going to be working my way all the way through the peplum. And the reason why I am doing that, the reason why I'm placing my crinoline up by 1/4 of an inch is because if you align it together with the lining and the main fabric and you join by 1/2 inch, by the time you turn it inside out, the peplum is going to be taking in another 1/2 inch. So that means you are going to be making use of 1 inch in total at this down part. If you want to do that, it's fine. That means when you're cutting your circles, you should have added 1 inch to the length. But in our case, we added 1/2 inch, so we have to make sure that we use only that 1/2 inch that we've added. I hope that is understandable. So I'm just going to go ahead and sew that on my sewing machine, and I'll be back to show you guys what it looks like, and I'll be able to show you what I'm talking about. So as you can see, I went ahead and aligned my crinoline at the edge so that I can show you what I'm talking about, what is going to happen by the time I flip it inside out. So if I flip it inside out now, this is what I'm going to have. So this is the right side, which is okay. This is how we want it to look like, right? But here, because of the stiffness of the crinoline, is going to push in, because the crinoline now is here, so it has pushed in another 1/2 inch out of my main fabric. So that means my main fabric is going to be 1/2 inch shorter than planned if I go ahead and do that. So that is why I'm going to take out this seam now, and I'm going to be shifting my crinoline up by 1/4 of an inch, so that by the time it pushes, and I'm going to be joining by 1/4 of an inch as well, okay, so that by the time it pushes in 1/4 of an inch plus the 1/4 of an inch that I joined them with, then I'm going to be having 1/2 inch joining allowance as planned. All right, I hope that is clear. So, and once I'm done fixing the crinoline, this is what it looks like, and I am going to be turning it inside out now. You can see the 1/4 of an inch that the crinoline is taking in. So after flipping it, this is what I have, and I'm going to go ahead and give it a good press now. And if the crinoline is not wavy the way you want it to be, just go ahead and, you know, use your fabric to conform to the shape of the crinoline, something like that. So let's say the crinoline is waving towards this side, then you should try to wave your fabric towards that side as well. I'm going to be giving it a good press now, and I will be showing you the finished look. So guys, here is the final look. As you can see, it is standing really standing. This is what I'm talking about, see? It is standing, it's not going nowhere, as you can see. So this is so beautiful. You can attach it to the upper bodice now to have your peplum blouse, or you can just go ahead and put a band and use it as a belt. The choice is totally yours. So that is how to make a peplum stand and how to insert your crinoline. As you can see, the peplum is really standing. It's really standing. I made use of a stiff crinoline. Go ahead and check out my video on how to correctly insert the crinoline. I went into details of explaining to you different types of crinoline and how to choose the correct one for your project. So make sure you check out that video. And yeah, and here is it from the side view. It's really cute, right? Cute. Let me know what you think about this peplum in the comment section, and check out my video on how I made this flower that you can use for your sleeve and also to design your dresses. Alright, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your comments and your love. Please give this video a thumbs up and share it with your sewing mates, and let's meet in my next tutorial. Bye.